Lil B, and the Hater.
Hello, welcome to the podcast. Thank you for joining us. I am back after my trip to Green Bay for the NFL draft last week. Chris had a live watch party for round one. It was a hell of an event, a lot of good times, a lot of good memories there. So we're going to keep it up for one more week, and we're going to have our draft jams, our top picks from each round. Not our team's picks. I mean, we can obviously pick a Chargers pick or a Packers pick, but this is our favorite picks from each round. Also, who we think is going to have a great career. Like who do we think? This is like my guy episode.
I was getting career. I thought it was getting like who's going to have the best year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, who do we think is going to be the best? Like who we're stamping our guys in these rounds.
It's like my guy part two.
Yeah, this is now we know the team. It changes when the team, maybe a guy you liked if he went to the right situation. So me and my brother do this all the time every year. We've been doing it for like 10 years.
No, it was late that year for episode.
Yeah, so I thought it was a fun idea to bring on. So we did heads and tails before we started. Chris called heads, tails was the coin. So I get to start this week.
Tails never fails. Why did I even know against it?
Yeah, I don't know why you did that either. The first round was insane. I mean, it took a while. You had the big trade in the first top 10. I didn't do it. Oh, God, this is tough. Sitting here. I'm going to do it. Wait, I'm going to make sure. I got to go see who I sent my brother because me and my brother do this. I want to pick a little different than what.
You don't have to pick a friend.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's the guy I picked with my brother. So I'm going to go this way. I'm going to take Ashton Genty. First round. I'm taking Ashton Genty.
I feel like I'm going to fill it in or am I filling it in?
It doesn't matter. If you need me to fill it in, I can fill it in.
Yeah, fill it in. I mean, I do it.
I just got to go find the sheet. The sheet. There it is. Get in the app. Open the app. Oh, I have to update my app. So go ahead. I'll update it. Go ahead and you pick it.
I'll fill it in and then.
Just give me 5 seconds.
I really think that I was in a homer here.
You're gonna go. I almost did it just to fuck with you.
I was in a homer, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick Matt wide receiver. I really think that Matt and Golden is gonna be the thing that's been missing in Green Bay since Devontae Adams left.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, and
yeah, I'm in there now. You're going oh shoot, I didn't realize she had it that way. She had you first.
Yeah, it really don't matter.
No. Well, I can just tell you right now, being there for that pick and freaking
that wasn't it was insane on live TV. I can only imagine was like over 100,000 people there.
205 day one. 205 day one.
205.
They were predicting 250 for the whole event.
That's absolutely insane.
They were hoping for 250,000 people for the whole event. They got 600,000. So, yeah, insane numbers.
So, like, they're really they'll probably think about, doing it again.
Yeah, dude, it was an amazing event. But, yeah, for Mark Murphy, who retired after the draft, he is no longer the general manager. He's forced retired because of age. Not general manager, owner, CEO, whatever.
Owner.
CEO. He was forced retired. They let him stay on as the CEO for this because he got the draft event to Green Bay. So he's no longer the CEO. So that was amazing for him to go out there to call the wide receiver's name for the first time in 22 years. And all I had to do was go to a draft for us to draft a wide receiver in the first round. Is that what you're telling me? I had to go to the draft.
Like you had to put the Brunel spikes on it.
Yeah.
Like what would the Packers fans have done if it was an offensive lineman?
Well, it was day 2, but that's a different.
What's the spot to?
What's that?
Who did you guys hit in the second round?
Benson, the North Carolina tackle.
Oh yeah, I wasn't as high on him.
Yeah, neither was I, but he's a Packer now, so I'm a believer. He's a mauler, so he's a big boy. Yeah. So,
all right,
so yeah, we're in round 2 now. So that's our round 1 guys. So our round 2 guys. Okay, so I went that way with Mike. I went running back. I'm not going to take multiple running backs, even though you could with this. I'm trying not to.
Right.
I'm doing it right now because this is my guy. I love where he's at. He's not going to – I love this player. I was wishing he went a little higher. I thought he could potentially go day 1. There's no drop-down menu for me. There we go. I am going Donovan Izaraku, the edge drafted by the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, know how I didn't know running back the first round?
Yeah.
No one running back. And no one taking.
I don't even have to.
No one taking. I'm taking my boy. Justin.
So how does it feel? We can talk about it later. I don't know if we're going to take the guy. I probably won't because even though he's my college, that Cleveland took another running back later.
Now, who was it?
Dylan Sampson. They walked away with Junkins and Dylan Sampson.
So the more the merrier, I guess, right? Like,
I don't think they want to get their pants, get caught with their pants down with Nick Chubb injury, all the time. Once they lost him, they were always having to scramble to find another running back.
Yeah, they had the most random guys, right?
Yeah.
Chubb is he hasn't been the same back. I mean, I know it's the same back from the ACL injury, but man.
I think the biggest shockers from round 2 for me is that Will Johnson fell all the way to round 2.
Yeah, Will Johnson fell pretty far.
And Mike Green. But Mike Green, understandable with his sexual
Mike Green was understandable, but we never did figure out. I think the brother Mike was saying that the knee injury must have been more serious than we thought.
Oh, for Will, it had to be. It had to be more. But there's a couple other guys I would have loved to. I was debating on Terrence Ferguson to the Rams. I love Terrence Ferguson. For him to sneak into the Rams, I thought that was a great pick as well. But
by the way, Husband Swinsider was one that I thought of. Man, that's a dog.
That was we both love Carson. He was both our I did never when I heard Carson's name for pick 33, I was like, whoa, Cleveland, what are you doing?
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Everybody thought it was Shador. Everybody's like, okay, Shador's learned his lesson. He didn't go night 1. He fell. He's wide receiver. He's quarterback 2. Blah blah blah. No, when I heard Carson, I was like, okay. They're going with them at, it was even at the event, everybody was talking about it. I know everybody on TV, thank God I didn't have to listen to the TV.
Oh my goodness. Couldn't make by the way, ESPN could not make the draft more unwatchable.
Oh, I agree.
It was like watching the Brady Bunch and Monster. Goodness. It was set up about football fandom. I know, it's a big deal that he fell that far, but goodness, they were taking things away from players that got drafted.
Yeah, that's what I heard. So we're in round 3, and can I just say, all my guys went in round 3. This is a very hard round for me. This is a lot of my guys who I didn't think would go round 3 went I would want go round 3, went round 3. And I sit here and I look at this board and I'm like, I want to take him. Wait, I want to take him. Wait, I want to take him. I think the biggest shocker for me was Justin Wally. I'm not taking him. I'm shocked like he was that high on people's board and he went in the 3rd round. The cornerback from Minnesota. Shit. Because I want okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna still stay on my guy because this is one of my guys, and I'm taking my boy Azariah Thomas, the cornerback from Florida State who got drafted by the New York Jets. I love Azariah Thomas. There's rumors for a while he could potentially be a day 1 guy. Fell out of the round 2. I'm still staying with my guns and taking Azariah.
Hey. I'm looking over this
and he gets Aaron Glenn as a coach.
Right.
He's getting Azariah is gonna be a freaking monster. Oh, him and freaking Sauce Gardner. Oh, I hate that. Sucks for that division.
I'm looking at this and I'm like, There's some guys I really like, but then I'm like,
another shocker too is Isaac Tassau from going that high for the wide receiver from Arkansas.
Yeah, what was that?
That is the Lions pick. Like the Lions not give okay, congratulations, you just drafted a taller Jameson Williams. Run fast, run straight. That's what you're. At least Williams was short and could do the. I don't get that pick. But
you know who I'm picking?
Who are you taking?
We're talking about guys in the stars earlier, and I think I might pick him a little bit, but Nick Martin was a dog. That's my guy.
I was waiting for you. If you didn't say Nick Martin, I was gonna be shocked. You were all over Nick Martin during the draft process.
Yeah, I was like, I need him. I love him.
Yeah.
Dog. Well, I don't have a bad if I should have been higher on Nick Martin. And what went?
He went high.
But look at the pen. Like when you watch the pen, you're like, this guy's all in ill.
Yeah. Oh man, round 4 is I thought a lot of guys here should have gone later or.
Fifth and fifth, man.
Oh, please tell me I didn't take it. Okay, I'm homering. This is my homer pick. I am in love. I loved him. We talked about him, and I'm taking him here. And he is the draft darling of the 2025 NFL draft, and that's Baron Sorrell, edge, Texas. His story, him staying until day 3 to get his name called and the commissioner, him going out there, and then the whole story behind him, and apparently every Texas player, apparently, the Packers did a lot of homework on Texas players, and I guess almost every Texas player, when they asked them, who is one teammate that you would want to have on your team in the pros, and they all said Baron Sorrell. This dude is a freaking little energizer, playmaking bunny, and this dude is a team leader. He is the big leading piece that our defense is missing, and I am excited to have Sorrell. I have hope. I have high hopes for Baron Sorrell here.
You know what I love? I'm not bashing Twitter and but I am bashing them. How we do all these mocks and we do all we do all these plays and how often they don't even happen.
That's why I don't
dumb plays and they never happen.
That's why I hate them. And don't people say that's a reach. It's opinions. The teams have the NFL team. Guess what? If it's your team, you're going to draft whatever you want, the way you want it. If you have that ability, some guys are go in the range, but most teams have a 150 board, and then after that, it's kind of we really like this guy, let's put him on our team, But there was some reaches in this round. The Bears taking Ruben Hypolite, the linebacker from Maryland. I was like, that was the only name almost in draft day. I did not have a clue. Definitely in day 2.
Yeah. For me, that was a reach a little bit for me too.
Yeah.
I like Dante Thornton for the Raiders. That was a good one.
So are you taking Dante?
No! I didn't put away, like, for the midnight? Yes, I
Yeah,
did.
you took my boy Matthew Golden. I know
Oh, man.
freaking Jalen Royals in the fourth is attempted. I took 2 DNs. I took Azariku and Sorrell.
So, I'm going to take,
I'm waiting for you to say that name.
my boy, Ty Robinson.
Oh, okay. I was thinking CJ West for a second.
No, I know he's my dog, right? But, like, man, I just picked, up 1-9.
Yeah.
I don't want to pick the same team.
I took in Mike's and Big B's and ours offset. I took Shador Sanders. I'm not doing it.
I was affected by Gunnar Helm, by the way.
What's that?
Gunnar Helm.
Oh, Gunnar Helm, yeah. Oh, I really did not like round 4 or round 5 here. There's a couple good steal. You know what? I'm doing it. I don't care. I love this guy. Oh, fuck, there's 2 guys in this draft. You might do. Oh, fuck. There's a
Boy.
back end. There's a back end. Yeah. Hold on. Oh, okay. See, there's no. So there's a couple dudes, but I want to go off. Oh, see, there's a lot of picks I like.
Man, there's 2 guys I want.
There, yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay. This one's tough. Oh, this one's tough because I didn't like at the beginning. I didn't like it, but then in the back end, all my guys I started seeing all my guys. Here I took. Okay, yeah. So I took him. I want to go offense, so I'm going to skip him. Do I think he's going to have a better career? I don't care. People hated on this pick, and I got mad. I'm sticking with it because I love this guy. I told you about him, and your boys took him. And I'm taking Keandre Lambert Smith, the wide receiver from Auburn that your Chargers.
Yeah, you were the one that was like that. So like it was him and Clay Hunter that you were like hyping up on Auburn.
Yeah. I love that. When people said that was high, I was like, no. Keandre Lambert Smith is going to prove people wrong.
So like, there's a lot of hype around him right now. Like, so the Chargers really. I'm actually shocked that I didn't pick Clay Harris, but yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pick the most obvious elephant in the room pick here. I'm taking with Noah Sanders.
You're gonna do, yeah. I mean, that's an easy one. I mean, if you want to easily win this, it's Shador Sanders. You're not wrong.
You know what I love though? Like, that's a humbling. I love that. It's a humbling experience for Shador. But really, like the pressure is off.
Yeah.
Like, he's not a first round pick. He's not a third round pick. He's a fifth round pick. Like,
yeah, on a bad team.
He's trying to write his own story.
Yep, I like it. I'm not gonna argue. I agree.
I mean, let's not lie about the fact that one of you was pounding the table for North Sanders a whole draft season.
So just so you know, in me and Michael's so far, I took Tyler Booker in round 1 for Mike. I took Omar Norman Lott round 2, Savion Williams round 3, Jaquiz Hunter round 4, and Shador Sanders round 5. Those are with me and Big Bigs. Those are mine so far. That I'm staying away from the guys I took there. I'm going a different route here.
Well, couldn't put Omar Norman Lott. You had to get your Tennessee taste in there.
I always take a Packer player, and I always take, if there's a Tennessee guy, I usually try to take a Tennessee. See, okay, I'm not a huge fan. Okay, I don't want to go defense again, but like defense is the only thing that's like, hey, take me. I could go there, but I don't know. Oh God. I'm not a big fan of. How the fuck did Graham Mertz get drafted?
I just thought he might. but not right there. All right, I don't know who I want.
Oh, you know what? I'm going with it because this is one of my guys. I'm going late here. Hold on, my fat fingers don't want me to do it. There we go. Let's scroll down here. I had him as like my offensive tackle 8. I'm taking Ajaya Cornelius from Oregon, offensive tackle.
You know what? I really want to take Ollie Gordon. But I know offensive lineman. I'm going to pick that off of you. And I'm going to take Hamlin Williams.
Cam.
Because, man, the pressure is really off of Hamlin Williams.
Yeah.
And
This was a
great.
Like, I love Cam Williams. I loved Cornelius. And I like Chase Lunt. It was a little small streak right there at the back of the 6th, or for a lot of great talent right there. You had Cornelius start, then you had Lunt, then you had Williams. Like that back end right there of offensive.
Did you like Jimmy Horn? Was you a Jimmy Horn guy?
Yeah, I was a Jimmy Horn guy. I really like Jimmy Horn.
By the way, that was great falling off the actually.
Very nice.
I hope he's alive. Oh, he's all right.
Yeah. I liked Jimmy Horn. Jimmy Horn was another one of my guys. All right, so I have Ashton Genty. I have Donovan Izariku. I have Isaiah Thomas.
I'm sorry. I just saw it in that round.
Oh, yeah. Keandre Lambert-Smith and Cornelius. You so far have Golden, Junkins, Nick Martin, Ty Robinson, Shador Sanders, and Cameron Williams. We're in the 7th round. See, everybody was hyping up Damian Martinez. I never loved Damian, and Damian falling to the 7. I don't think I'm taking him, but I don't like that he went to the Seahawks because damn, the Seahawks are loaded in that back room right now.
No, what the heck?
Oh, I'm doing it. Oh, I think
he might not have been the team.
Oh fuck, the running backs in round fucking 7. Oh, there's like 3 running backs that love each location.
There's a bunch of guys that I love in this round, by the way.
So, all right. All right. Who did I take round 7? Okay. That makes it easier. I took LaQuinton Allen with my brothers. So I'm going a different route this time. And I am taking my guy at a great location, offers something different for the offense, and I'm taking Brashard Smith from SMU at Kansas City. I love
I didn't really that.
What's that?
I didn't really those.
Were you gonna go that way?
Now I
well, you can always go. I like Ja'Cory Cosme Moret at Washington too. I think he could take over Brian Williams.
Boy, Hunter Waller.
I honestly think right there, no lie, everybody, Ja'Cory Cosme Moret, the running back from Arizona that the Washington Commanders took at 245, he is a stud and he can take Brian Robinson's job. Just FYI, that's how good he is. He only went this late because he had a knee injury early at his time at Arizona that stopped him. But if you go back and look at his time, UTEP or he's smaller D1, he dominated. But the only reason he's in round 7 is because of his knee injury. He could easily run away with the starting job over Brian Robinson. That's how talented.
Yeah, I'm really struggling. I think like Clint Allen. Okay, well, Corey Lindenberg.
I like that pick. Yeah.
The Raiders really have no depth on defense. They're terrible on defense.
Yeah, and linebacker. Cody's a dog. I like that. So here's the hardest one. UDFA. So do you go like you look at all the teams and you think of like, do you think this guy's gonna make this team? They're like, this is hard. This is easily the hardest one. We don't do UDFA. So you gotta look. This is the first time I've ever done UDFA. I have a tracker right now, UDFA signings, and I'm running down through the team.
Can you send me that?
Yeah, hold on. I can send you that.
Yeah, sorry, audience was very underprepared. By the way,
I think the Atlanta
not to
Falcons.
not to pass the blame or anything, but the internet day idea was totally a producer's idea.
Yeah,
Jolene was like, I had internet day, but I'm like, okay, let's do that.
that sounds like a great idea.
And then who didn't study? Me.
I like the Atlanta Falcons free agent or UDFA. They did. I like what they did in UDFA.
I think we got some good guys. Like, oh yeah, you sent me a link.
Buffalo Bill. Yeah, I'm trying to like remember some of my guys who didn't get drafted and try to see where.
Hold on, I'm gonna set up the background.
Oh, I forgot they did that. Do I go with the Packers or do I go with
Oh,
I saw one of the Atlanta right now. The Atlanta Falcons have a couple of my guys that I really like that I might go with one of their dudes. I'm just running down.
I think I'm gonna take Nick Nash.
You're a dick if you're going Nick Nash. That was one of the guys I was debating. So I'll let you jump in front of this so we don't take too much time. So if you want to take Nick Nash, I'll let you have it.
Yeah, so that was the one that I really thought he would get drafted.
Yeah, him not getting drafted is insane. I'm just I like that for the Broncos. The Broncos, I like everything they did for their free. I like what they have a real. The Broncos, honestly, the Broncos undrafted free agents probably be better than the draft class. Jahad Barron aside, I do not like what the Broncos did. Oh, what do I want to do, Chris? I don't know what I want to do. See, I like that. I like what the Houston Texans did. I'm like waiting for that one to see. I don't think he has a chance. I like Seth Hannigan, but I don't think he's going to sneak onto that Jaguars team. And the Packers didn't, or the Brew McCoy didn't even get signed. I don't know if you know that, but Brew McCoy hasn't signed with anybody.
Brew McCoy didn't get signed yet?
Mm-hmm.
His injuries must have really hot up, dude.
Well, he was old too. Remember, he played the whole season, but he didn't. But yeah, he had a lot.
Wasn't the same guy.
What's the chances Raheem Sanders makes the roster for the Chargers?
Oh, you know what? That was one of my like. If you really want Nick Nash, I'll take him.
I'm not. No, I don't think I'm going to go Nick Nash. Who do I got? All right, so I got running back. I got 1 offense, 2 offense, 3 offense, 4 offense, and I have 1, 2, and I have 3 defense. All right, I want to go defense. So if you want to go that way, I think. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to go back up here because I like what the Falcons.
The whole audience is like, what is
I know.
up?
I always went with Xavier Restrepo. I was debating Xavier.
No, Restrepo not knowing getting drafted was shocking.
Yeah, but I think because I'm going to go with Kobe Bryant, the corner from Kansas that he got signed by the Atlanta Falcons. I thought that was shocking. He didn't get drafted.
Yeah, so what was up with that? Did you ever figure out why?
I guess apparently, freaking, all right, I don't know if you know this. You know Daniel Jeremiah. Everybody who follows the draft knows Daniel Jeremiah. You know he was 150 for 150 this year.
What?
His top 150 players were the top 150 players drafted.
That's crazy.
That's in his first time ever for him to go 100 for 100.
I'm thinking it's weird.
Yeah, he's usually like high 80s, low 90s. Like he's very usually accurate.
Might have a percentage.
I have a percentage too. I did a math. Mike probably does it, but I did my math. Hold on.
I feel like Mike would do it.
Yeah, he usually does it. But I gotta. So I was 81% for round 1. I didn't get Shador Sanders. I didn't get Travion Henderson, Mike Green, Ezra Raiku, Will Johnson, and Nick Imaware. I was 26-42 in round one.
But he's got 150 players drafted. Like, it doesn't matter what round it got drafted.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
No.
I got worse. Like round 2, I was 15 for 32, and round 3, I was 15 for 38.
It's hard to judge.
Dude, it's so hard. It definitely when you're not an insider with knowledge of like talking to some inside.
And we don't have the third. The tanks that they have, like, the watch games and email in person.
Yeah, I mean, those guys have every game recorded for every player and every player. The closest thing we get is the all-22 tape, and that's not even close to what the freaking NFL has.
Right, but they don't even get that. Like, you have to have like YouTube to get that.
But even if we had all that, it's seeing what the NFL teams want. It's what the NFL teams see, and then those insiders also work off of what they. I don't know if that's their rankings, or do they actually scout and say, "Hey, these are my guys," or do they just say, "Hey, this is what I'm hearing"?
So
these are my top 150. This is my scouting, but what I'm hearing.
And what is really interesting that I know that Bill Hill.
Yeah.
He knows like the inside of that. He would be able to answer that question.
He might know some, but he probably doesn't know. He's not.
I mean, how some teams react. Not all teams, but how what he sees.
You're not. I mean, he doesn't have an inside source at all 32 teams. Some of these guys,
in the past.
I'm talking about Daniel Jeremiah level. I would want.
Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want Adam Schefter, Daniel Jeremiah, Gray, or whatever, Peter Stragler. Like I want those guys. Yeah. Dan Burglar. Yeah. They have.
Something like Mel Kiper.
Yeah, no, I don't even know if Mel does anymore because I think he's burnt his bridge. Everybody Mel started this all for us. But Mel's got worse over the years with his takes and calling out teams when he is just as wrong just as often.
Well, when I was close, this is why the hope that in the bottom of the round, the top of the round every year.
Yeah, so like,
and by the way. And we just talked about like who we think is a first round absolute bust.
Cam Ward, 100%, not even debatable for me. Cam Ward being forced to go to tennis. Hear me out. None of these quarterbacks were round 1 quarterbacks. All these guys would have been quarterbacks 6, 7, 8 last year. You can't argue me with that because even the team said that. So you have Cam Ward with a bad head coach on their second GM.
Yeah, how many years does Cam Ward have with Brian Callahan?
Two.
And there's no guarantee he hasn't been having the same OC next.
Yeah, exactly. You Cam Ward is older quarterback, but barely any good weapons for wide receivers in Tennessee. Then a decent line, not a great line. Older running backs and a bad coach. He's in a horrible situation. He's going to be forced to start when he's not. None of these quarterbacks, not a single one of these quarterbacks are ready to start. The most pro ready was Shador Sanders.
Well, and for this case, now here's mine. My 100% lock, absolute bust in round 1, Shamar
Stewart.
Yep.
You want to know another one probably? Will Campbell.
Will Campbell. And then Yeah, I can see it, but it's like we were talking about, like, he was asked to play that certain style, so you wonder if, like, the Patriots can get him, coached up. But even at the draft, he does not look like an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, I think I'm attacking the top 5 pretty heavily. I attacked Ward and Will Campbell. Like, I don't think Tet McMillan is a top 10 talent. Everybody
But
complained.
I can still see it. I can
still see it, but his attitude is going to have to change because apparently everybody
like,
says
his work ethic is what you mean.
What's that?
His work ethic.
Yeah, his work ethic is poor, apparently.
But those are all rumors.
No, it's not.
It's been
Multiple sources said that was accurate during practices at the senior, like at all events. He just didn't care. If he knew he wasn't in there, he was just not playing at his full. Like, yeah, that's not that's accurate resources from like.
But like, how many guys have we known? I mean, like Allen Iverson, like that. Like, there's been players like that.
Who do you think is the number 1 wide receiver ranker out there? Who's the number 1 scout? Who do you think is the most accurate at scouting wide receivers?
What do you mean, like scout
or just anybody? Who do you think it is? Steve Smith Sr.
And what he say?
He said Tech's a bitch and Matthew Golden's wide receiver 1.
I believe it though. Like, didn't we all like kind of agree that towards the end?
Yeah. Like, the only reason Tet went as high as he is because he's 6'5".
Right.
Like, that's not normal. Like, everybody wants to say that's the prototypical size. No, it's not. There's very few wide receivers in the NFL that are 6'5". Mike Evans is 6'4".
And by that means he fits into the category of DeAndre Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins is not 6'5".
Who else is 6'5"?
Nobody.
Like Williams?
There's nobody. Alan Lazard might be 6'4".
Mike Williams is like 6'6", I think.
I think Mike Williams, but I think.
But that's Mike Williams again. That's been hurt a lot.
So the most successful size for a wide receiver is around 6'2". Like, that's the prototypical size is 6'2", 6'1", like around that size. Like, when you start getting above 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", most of the time they're like, all right, it's already like in the first round, it's like a 40% hit rate on the wide receiver position.
And so, who do you think was more successful? Who did the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take?
Buka.
Yeah. Luka? What's that?
Mabuka.
I'm going to say Pet.
Not even close. Abuka's 10 times the wide receiver. And you know what? What else? He was part of that. Name the wide receivers he worked with. That dude stayed an extra year when he could have been drafted in the first round last year to pass the buck on the wide receiver room to the wide receiver.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
No, not Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm talking about the guy who the freshman on Ohio State. That was
what's his name? The unstoppable Smith.
Yeah. He's Jeremiah Smith. He stayed an extra year so he could stay with Jeremiah Smith and pass the buck on to Jeremiah Smith for the wide receiver.
It was good.
Amika's the leader. He's not fancy at all.
He's a route runner.
He's
exactly what they need.
He's gonna have a very successful career. Honestly, I love Matthew Golden. Love him. But if I had to put my money on a wide receiver that's gonna have that I know for sure 100% is gonna have a successful career, it's Emeka Egbuka. Not even a doubt in my mind. Emeka Egbuka is probably for sure the safest wide receiver pick in the first round.
Yeah, I would say.
But
all right.
We went above it, but again, you could see it in front of there. So my first pick was Ashton Genty, Donovan Izariku, Azariah Thomas, Baron Sorrell, Kedra Andre Lambert Smith, Ijaya Cornelius, Rashard Smith, and Kobe Bryant as my undrafted free agent. Chris went homering for me with Matthew Golden, then his homer of Quishon Junkins, then Nick Martin, another one of his massive draft crushes, Ty Robinson, Shador Sanders, Cameron Williams, Cody Lindenberg, and Nick Nash. Did you take a Charger?
Not one Charger was taken.
Very good for you, sir. Right?
No homer.
I homered once.
It's all dogs.
But we appreciate you tuning in. We will be back next week. We will be away from the draft. This is it. Draft season's over. We are going to start bringing in some. This is it.
Anyway,
so get ready.
We don't know what we're doing next week. We're surprised, guys.
Yep. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great week.
Have a blessed week, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Mocking You podcast. Yours truly, Lil B at Brunelli Sports and the Hater at Supercharged 33.